Okay, this is the first video on object-oriented programming itself. This whole semester we've been using some of the concepts and structures of object-oriented programming, classes in particular, methods, but we haven't really talked about what that means. So, object-oriented programming is a paradigm to approach how to structure, organize your code. It's not the only way to do things. It's kind of a latecomer, early 80s when it came about, maybe late 70s. We're going to learn about these aspects of it later. I'll just give you a little. There's different ways, different things that are considered part of object-oriented programming, but these four are usually always included. So, inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism. We'll talk about what each one of these means as we go. But for now, I just kind of want to give you an idea of what so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep these bite-sized. So in this video, I'm going to just focus on what the barest example of what a class is. So a class kind of comes out of something called a structure, and say for C example. It's a way of taking lots of simple data types and even other classes and putting them together and bundling them together as one thing. Now, this is a structure in C that I'm showing you right now. It's a point. If you think about it, a point could be, it could actually be floating point too, of course, numbers. But in this case, it's integers, say on a coordinate plane, an X and a Y. Two integers. Integers are data types you have already. You put two of them together like this, give them the name X and Y, and now you have a point. That's kind of at the very core of what a class is a structure. Now, classes in object-oriented languages, Java is no different in this way, are much more complex than just putting things together like this. You have methods, you have access modifiers, and you have inheritance. There's all kinds of things that we'll talk about later. But for now, I'll just focus on this one core point to help you understand what it means for something to be a class or any kind of structure, really. So, that's what a C structure would look like. But a class, let's see, we've got just a few more minutes to go. I'll just show you an example of how you would approach this, creating the same thing as a point in Java. And I might need to break this up into a couple pieces. But the first thing I usually do, and you don't have to do it this way, but in NetBeans in particular, I would approach it this way. Go to File, New Project, pick Java Application, and create one. Still have the main class here, and do this. I'm going to create a point class and show you how it works. But in order to do that, I kind of want a program to go with it. So I'm going to call my project name Point Demo, which means I'm going to create a main class called Point Demo. So Point Demo has main in it, and it's like what you've seen before. It's a program that runs. The thing you want to understand is, we haven't really talked about it, focused on it a whole lot in the past, but Point Demo is a class. It's a very particular kind of class in this instance because it has a main method in it, which is where you're programming instructions, start, execution. But I want to show you what it means to create your own class. So, now the thing is, there's probably points all over the Java libraries, but we're going to create our own point. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Go to your project folder for pointdemo.java, right click and go to New Java Class. And here's what we want to do. We want to add a new class that we're making up. We're going to call it Point to be part of that package, that Point Demo package and project. And when we do that, this is what this is what was produced. I think I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to talk about why we're doing this real quick, and then I'll show you in the next video what to do with what we just did. But the reason why we do this is because whether I'm asking you to turn in a point class, just this code, for instance, whatever we put in here as your assignment that you turn in or not, you're going to want to have some kind of program to test it out to make sure it works correctly. So you don't have to do it this way, but it's a pretty good technique to always just kind of create, when you're creating a new class, to create a demo with a main method. This just, in other words, this just exists right now in order to help design and demonstrate how this new point class works. So if you're following along, just keep your browser, not your browser, keep NetBeans open, not Netscape. Keep NetBeans open, and I'll continue on where we left off.